I would think that spending $72,000 that I wouldn't show up and have no owner's manual, 4 check engine lights. Let's see what we can do with this thing. All right, I'm out here in Helena, Montana, 4 degrees. I showed up to pick up the new GMC Sierra, started it, and it ran for about 2 minutes. So I spent the last 3 years in Alaska with a Toyota Tundra. I wasn't doing any super heavy duty towing. I knew that I would with an RV, and so I went ahead and ordered a 2024 GMC Sierra single rear wheel SLE 3500 out of a dealership in Montana. My plan was drive my Toyota Tundra and my RV down from Alaska, pick this truck up in Montana, where I would then continue on the journey and down to Texas. And ultimately I showed up to buy it or to pick it up. I had already bought it. I showed up to pick it up brand new in January, and the truck would not start. So this video is going to show you exactly what happened, how I fixed it. I had to fix a brand new truck, had to go and mechanic on a brand new truck, and before I could drive it at all. And I'll get you all the deets on how I get that fixed. There she is. The X31 badging. Michelin stock tires. Yep, a lot of snow in the bed. Long crew cab, 8-foot bed. Crew cab here, we got the GMC steps. Got the high clearance steps there. Duramax Allison transmission. Four high, 4 low, 2 low. All right, we'll let her warm up and get her loaded up. All right, I'm out here in Helena, Montana, 4 degrees. I showed up to pick up the new GMC Sierra, started it, and it ran for about 2 minutes, then shut off with a service emissions system check engine light. So I caught the finance manager here before he left, and he didn't care. He didn't give one shit. He was just like, I'll figure it out. He talked about low battery stuff, and we'll have service guys back here at 7:30 in the morning. And I'm like, hey guy, I'm on military orders. I have to get from here to Salt Lake City, then to Nebraska to get my family, then get everybody out to Carolina. I've already been on the road for over a week now. He didn't give a shit, not one bit. And he just sat there and went home. And so here I am trying to figure it out. I would think that spending $72,000 that I wouldn't show up and have no owner's manual, 4 check engine lights. Let's see what we can do with this thing. Man, my Toyota's been bulletproof. Honestly, at this point, after all the nonsense with this, I just want to sell it. I haven't even driven it yet. I just want to sell it back to GMC and just use my Toyota. It's so bloody cold out here. All right, so got jumper cables hooked up here. This is great. $75,000 and I'm jumping it. Absolutely wild. I'm hungry, dogs are hungry. I'm cold. The dogs are needing to go and run around and whatnot. I was supposed to already have this thing driving 2 hours ago. You know, to be quite honest, this is just yet another reason why I'm completely not sold on any current company right now. Very few things are being made with quality care, anything, right? So even just talking to the finance manager here, I say, hey, there's no owner's manuals in the truck. Why is that? And he goes, oh yeah, they don't come with them anymore. What do you mean they don't come with them? Oh yeah, that's how GMC cuts costs now. Is they don't put them in the cars anymore. They're all online. I'm like, yo, for $75,000, you can't put a $14 owner's manual. How much money? Not even $14. How much money does it cost to print an owner's manual with a little plastic binder to put in the glove box of a vehicle so that people can pop their glove box? Maybe they're in the middle of Yellowstone National Park and they don't have internet service out there. People can pop their glove box and read an owner's manual. Why does it all have to be online? Saving money. That's so wild to me. The price of vehicles is just climbing so much higher and higher and higher, yet they're cutting costs with things like that, right? Makes no sense to me. I've been super happy with my Tundra. My Tundra's been freaking, knock on wood, has been bulletproof. It's been an awesome truck. It's gotten us all over the place. The payload's a little low on it, which is why I wanted to go with a 1-ton diesel truck. But, to be quite honest, at this point, I don't know. We'll see if I can get this thing started tonight, but extreme cold snap. Fuel could have gelled as well. Just no way of knowing exactly what's going on. But regardless, the truck won't start, so I'm off to find a hotel. Definitely the worst vehicle buying experience I've ever had in my life. I got more help from a Facebook group than I did from the dealership. But essentially, I'm going to try 2 things this morning. 1, some diesel recovery from AMSOIL. And 2, hopefully they have that here. Do they have it? They might not have it. The diesel lineup's a little thin here. They have no cold flow. And they have no diesel all-in-one. So they're out of everything that I need. Specifically the things that I need. I could try a different product, but I prefer to stick with AMSOIL. No luck. They were out of the diesel products at Ace Hardware, but they were super helpful and super nice, and I really liked them. So they helped find a couple other places that might carry AMSOIL in Helena, and so I'm gonna go check those out and see if I can source this stuff, and then also try the whole battery disconnect method with where people are saying that I should disconnect the battery for 15 minutes to help reset the codes, because apparently what's happening is the battery is low, which is causing the computer to throw these wonky codes that aren't real. Because what's interesting is the actual service codes I'm getting back through my OnStar, which is tied to the diagnostics within the vehicle, just says low battery. This is the theory. The low battery is causing the computer to throw these wonky codes. Even though I'm able to get the truck started, the wonky codes are then telling the software, shut this truck down. So weird. Yo, it's 2024. We have satellites in orbit. We have an international space station. We've allegedly put people on the moon. You're telling me we can't make a pickup truck that doesn't confuse itself? Come on now. We didn't have to get this complicated with all these trucks. So now you have any software update that pops off while you're driving, and if it taxes your battery too much while you're driving, it will throw these codes and cause your truck to shut down. Come on. That's happened to people, tons of people. And they're like, oh, easy fix. Just disconnect the battery for 15 minutes and then reconnect it. Well, that's great. If you're not in the middle of Wyoming in negative 25 degrees and all of a sudden your truck breaks down and you got babies in the back and you got to go up there and disconnect the battery because the computer confused itself, come on. We've had computers for a very long time. Computers don't have to be this complicated and this faulty. No look at Napa. Kona, what you think of that? Are you sick of being in this car? Kona's sick of being in this car. She's done. I think she's ready to leave. Well, I feel worse for the dogs. I don't really feel bad for myself because I've got it, you know. Fortunately, I have a little bit of travel time from the military here. Over here at Helena Transmission Center. It's the only other place in town that I might have some luck getting some AMSOIL diesel recovery. Otherwise, I'm probably driving an hour and a half back to Great Falls to pick it up, and then an hour and a half back here. Yeah. All right, found a spot that had some additives, but not the one that I needed. These are just my maintenance for cold and warm weather. Still got to find some cold flow, or better yet, some diesel recovery. Try to get that through the system, or get GMC to pull it in the shop. What a shit show. This is interesting. I could have and I should have ordered a truck from the guys up in Alaska. I like those guys. They're good dudes over at Swicker GMC in Palmer, Alaska. They're good dudes. They were always honest and straightforward. They required no deposit for ordering a truck. I only ordered it down here because this is where my RV was gonna be. All right, just got off the phone with True Value Hardware down in Butte, Montana, about an hour and 5 minutes away. They have AMSOIL diesel recovery. So I'm gonna go take a peek at the truck one more time at the dealership. I'm not gonna try starting it again. I think at this point it definitely needs some help with the fuel. It needs the battery to be disconnected and reconnected. It just helps reset the computer system. Kind of like turning your computer off and turning it back on again. Go peek at it, make sure everything's squared away. Maybe they've pulled it in the shop already and have it warming up and running. One would think that after a customer drove down from Alaska to pick up a vehicle, shows up and it didn't start, and was out in negative 4 degrees last night trying to get that started, one would think that these guys would get into the shop today at 7:30 and say, yo, let's get this truck running, or figure out what's going on with it. All right, so after a shouting match with the service manager at GMC, where he was trying to tell me that nothing is their fault, everything is my fault, that they shouldn't have been responsible for putting an additive in the fuel, knowing that it would be stored for 4 or 5 months. And when I tell him that whenever I store vehicles, I put additives in if they're going to be stored, because my intelligence tells me to not. And he interrupts me and just says, well, we're sorry that we're not as intelligent as you. The additive should have been put in the 1 tank of fuel that was filled with summer blend back in September. Whatever. I just got to get this thing running. That's where I looked out. True Value Hardware in Butte, Montana. They had it. They had 3. I bought them all. All right. Poured 2 bottles of AMSOIL diesel recovery in the truck, and we're gonna go get a coffee, wait a little bit, wait a couple hours, and come back, try this thing, and see if it starts. We're back at the truck, going to try to get it started. Let's see if it cranks. I poured that stuff in there probably 2.5 hours ago. Let it sit for a while. That was AMSOIL diesel recovery. Poured 2 bottles in. Let's see if it blasts through. Let's see if the battery's even still firing. Something's squealing down there. And this would be so nice if that works. So far, this is longer and smoother than it ran last time. Let's turn this heat up. Look at that. It's been running for about 3 minutes now. No codes, no lights, nothing shutting off. Pretty impressive. AMSOIL diesel recovery. That's incredible stuff right there. Well, that's it. She's been running for about half an hour now. No problems, no lights, no nothing, no shutting off. It's pretty crazy. AMSOIL diesel recovery for the win. Definitely put in twice what they recommended, but you know, that's what I ended up having to drive an hour and a quarter away and spend 2.5 hours on the road. Come back here, pour it, wait 3 hours. 24 hours late on picking this truck up, but got it running. So AMSOIL diesel recovery is hands down what I would use for personally. I'm not a mechanic, you know, consult your own and do your own research, but personally that's what I, after one experience, will use in the future. This truck wouldn't budge and then it got going. So pretty powerful stuff. No thanks to the dealership, but thanks to AMSOIL. So there you have it. That's the whole story on picking it up. I'll be filming more on how this unfolds, how the truck's doing for me over time, little maintenance things that I'm doing on this truck here and there, gas mileage reviews, overall reviews, 6-month check-ins, etc. So if you want more content on the GMC Sierra, Toyota Tundra, just anything else random, subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button on the video, please. That helps me out a lot. And I will be trying to post much more frequently here in the future. Month of June for me actually is trying to post every day on this channel, trying to get all the content up that I've been filming and haven't been editing to upload. So I have a lot more to post on this channel. I hope you stick around to see what else I got. Thanks for watching, y'all.